Welcome again. Pastor Peter here. I welcome you to this devotion. My reading today. This is a platform where I share with you my reading culture. I share with you some of the books on my library that has affected my life and the leadership. And I'm in part 3 of my sharing. And I'm sharing from one of the books that has affected my leadership journey. The book written by Bill Hybels called The Courage That the Leadership Requires. The courage that the leadership requires. Allow me to read our key text again. Deuteronomy chapter 31, verses 7. Then Moses summoned Joshua and said to him in the sight of all Israel, "Be strong and courageous, for you shall go with these people into the land that the Lord has sworn to their fathers to give them, and you shall put them in the possession of it." Joshua, an outgoing leader. Moses, an outgoing leader. Joshua, an incoming leader. And Moses is determined to make sure that the emerging leader Joshua succeeds in his leadership journey. It is the joy of any great leader to see those leaders emerging under you to succeed. And that is why Moses gives Joshua detailed instruction that Joshua, as a young leader, from my experience, if you are going to succeed to lead these people into the promised land, then you need to be courageous enough, because leadership is not for the weak. Leadership is not for the faint-hearted. Leadership is for the courageous and the strong. And today I'm in part 3. We are doing part 3 of our devotion. Why courage? Why leadership demands courage? And then point number 2, as a leader, you need the courage to initiate and lead people through change. As a leader, you need to initiate and lead people through change. You need courage to navigate people and the organization and the church through change. It takes courage to bring change. Very important. Why do you need courage as a leader? You need courage to initiate and lead people through change. Change is inevitable. We cannot run away from change. And as a leader, leading people through change demands that you be courageous enough. You need courage to navigate people, to navigate the church, the congregation, through change. And that takes courage. Leading people through change demands courage. Leading people through change is not easy. Navigating through life changes is not easy. And I'll tell you why. Leading an organization through change. As a pastor, you know, leading the congregation or the church through change is not easy. Change is not for the weak. Change is for the courageous. And the leader must be on the lead to navigate the people through the required changes. And I want to tell you why it takes courage to lead people through change. Number 1, people fear change. They are comfortable where they are than where you want to take them. Naturally, people fear change. When you talk about the change, people don't want change. People fear change. And the reason is simple. People are comfortable with what they're doing. People are comfortable with where they are than the place where you want to take them, and they don't know that place. And that will make people to resist change. And then number 2, Why it takes courage to lead people through change? People fight and resist change. Why do people fight and resist change? Fear of the unknown. People will fight and resist change because of the fear of unknown. Where you are taking us, we don't know. The things you are talking about, we have not seen them. That makes people to fight and resist change. Leading people through change, leading the organization through change, is like going through uncharted waters. To lead people through change, to lead the organization through change, is like going through the waters that are not charted. Let me quote the great man I've learned leadership from, Dr. John Maxwell. He says, anybody can steer a ship, but it takes a leader to chart the course. Anybody can steer a ship, but when it comes to charting the course, it takes a leader to chart the course. It is called the law of navigation. Anybody can steer a ship, but it takes a leader to chart the course. That is your responsibility as a leader. When leading people through change, you have to navigate the people through the uncharted waters. Because as a leader, God has called you to lead people from point A to point B. And in between point A and point B, there is what I call gray areas, the unknown, things that are not clear to the leader. But still you have to navigate the people to move from point A to point B. You have to lead them through gray areas. And it takes courage to do that. And then finally, leading people through change disturbs their comfort. Why people fight change? Leading people through change disturbs their comfort. There is fear of what they don't know. You know, change. This is how I describe change. Change is like you are being told to write your name using the hand that you don't use to write. If you use the right hand to write your name, and I tell you, hey, can you use your left hand to write your name? If we compare the two, yes, you will write using your left, but if you compare what you have written with the hand that you don't use, you see the difference. You see something that is completely the opposite of the other. And I want you to try that. That is the exam, the test for change. Take a pen, write your name with the hand that you use, and write the other name with the hands that you don't use. You realize how challenging it is to use the hand that you don't use. And that is how change is. Change is not easy. It takes courage to bring the required change. And no leader should fear to lead people through change, because we cannot run away from change. A leader must be courageous enough to navigate the people you are leading through change, through ups and downs, through the storms of life. Of course, storms are there. Remember one time when Jesus told his disciples, let us cross over on the other side. They faced a storm, but they never turned back to where they were coming from, because the word was clear. Let us cross over. Jesus never said, let us go and die. What did the disciples say when they were faced with the storm? When they awoke Jesus, they said to him, Master, don't you care that we die? Jesus never said that let us go and die. He said, let us cross over to the other side. Remember, we are going on the other side. we are not going to die in between. Our mission is on the other side. No matter the storm, no matter the waves, no matter the challenges, a leader must be courageous enough to steady the ship through the storms and the waves and lead people to the safe side that God wants them to be. God bless you. I'll see you in part 4 of our devotion. Blessings.